Your boy has been on YouTube for 1 year. Thank you everybody that's joined me so far on this journey, man. I love you guys. I'm sure you already saw the title and you're a little confused because I'm usually the one doing the hot takes. But instead, what I'm going to be doing is reacting to your craziest comments and hot takes and just letting you guys know how I feel about what you said for once. Let's go. I'm actually going to start off with a very recent one. So very recently I posted a short that was titled My Top 5 Favorite Villains. And this dude on IG had a problem with that. He commented basically that my opinion is just wrong and invalid. And then you're going to see a picture where I basically school him and I put it's my favorite. That's one thing. If I said this guy is the best, I didn't. I said he's my favorite. You can't tell me who the hell my favorite is. So that comment is just idiot. I also may say that if you guys see anybody that's blurred out, it's a personal friend that asked to not be name dropped in a video. But anyways, I got one right here where somebody says we should bring back Vince. Now, a lot of wrestling fans are very new. They started watching, 2023, 2024 when it was very, very good. I've been watching since I was a wee little boy, and right around the time of, let's say, 2018 to 2020 is some of the worst shit I've ever seen. And that was Vince towards the tail end of his booking stuff, and Roman Reigns eating dog food, Finn Balor getting just jobbed out by magical powers. We don't need Vince back. I promise you. We could go to the depths of hell for Triple H's booking, and it'll still be light years ahead of what an 83-year-old Vince would show for us. So next up, we're going to talk a little bit about my most popular video, short, whatever you want to call it, of all time. Roaming around, I want to say 24,000 views, which is just insane. You could put together a bunch of my shorts and they won't even come to that. But anyways, it's me basically getting hype over the game of Wolverine coming out on the PS5 and whatnot. And there's just a couple comments in there like, oh, bring out the rainbow flags, bring out this, bring out that. And they're referring to Insomniac, the gaming company, who also came out with Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2, etc., etc. And you know what I mean? We're here to play a video game. Why don't you keep your political views and your politics and all that stuff out of it? There was like little small mini missions in the Spider-Man game to where you gotta like set this gay guy up with his other boyfriend or whatever. Who cares? It's a side mission. It's one thing if they made it the game's identity. Like for example, they made Venom gay instead of just his regular character and they just shoehorn that in there just to prove a point. No, it's a side stupid mission. You literally don't have to play it. Like, why do we have to make everything so black or white? Why can't we just play something and enjoy it? And by the way, I think this game is going to be incredible. Next up, we have a crazy movie take. Now, I put a poll on my channel on which movie was better, The Batman or The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And you guys pissed me off. You voted for the worst Spider-Man movie of all time over The Batman. What were you guys thinking? And there's no way that anybody thinks Amazing Spider-Man 2 with this villain, I'll put a picture of his head above my head, is just gonna leave it there. The Batman's better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. So the next one's actually a little funny. So I actually had a thumbnail for a Dragon Ball video, and it was titled, I believe, Would You Rather? And it was the sensu beans or the Patara earrings. And I had to explain to the people on TikTok or whatever, I was like, this is just a thumbnail. But people were actually engaging and getting in there, debating on which one was better. And most people were actually saying the sensu bean. And I actually disagree, because who's to say you're going to be able to get that sensu bean off? Let's say you're in a near-death experience against Frieza, and right before you get the true sensu bean to fully heal you or whatever, you die, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather personally take the Patara earring because I'm not a Supreme Kai, so you know what that means? I believe it's, you get an hour to fuse with another strong being and you get to beat the crap out of somebody. I'd much rather that than, you know what I mean, not being able to take the bean. I mean, it would be cool to come back from near-death experiences with the bean, but at the end of the day, I feel like the Patara earring will be a lot more fun. Next one's actually back from when I was posting those cool little edits and whatnot. It was basically, you lock these four in a room, Daredevil, Deathstroke, Batman, and Punisher, who comes out. And a lot of you guys were saying Daredevil, and by no means am I a freaking comic book guru. I'm more of a casual. I like the more important people and the more commonly known heroes and whatnot, but I kind of have to disagree here. I personally would put Batman coming out of the room, and you guys let me know in this video as well who do you guys think will come out of that room, but I gotta go with Batman. I'm sorry. Next up, I actually have a poll that I put up, I want to say like about a month or so ago, where I was basically asking you guys to give me a hot take for WWE or Dragon Ball. And I forget what the one comment said exactly, but obviously all these will be above my head. It was something amongst the line of Krillin being supremely underrated. And that one, for once, you guys had a really good hot take. Krillin is just well underrated. He is the strongest Earthling. I don't feel like he gets the shine that he deserves. Now, there are other Earthlings that we'd like to see, strive more, like Tien and Yamcha. But I mean, everything Krillin has done, from his adventures with Goku to a kid, to kind of looking after Goku's son in a way in the Saiyan saga a little bit, and the Frieza saga as well. It's just great development. Now the man's just an op trying to be a regular person, but at the end of the day, Krillin is extremely underrated in the Dragon Ball universe. Now, I don't know if I had the context behind this next one. If I do, obviously, like I've been saying, it'll be above my head. But basically, I was called a casual for thinking that John Cena is the GOAT. And I try not to yuck on other people's yums, but I mean, why can't John Cena be the GOAT? You know what I'm saying? He's the greatest on the mic. Is he the greatest in the ring? No, but he's a freaking crazy draw. You think of a babyface in wrestling, odds are you're going to think of two people. You're going to think of Hulk Hogan, or you're going to think of John Cena, or more recently Cody Rhodes. But I just don't see why John Cena can't be the GOAT. It's not like I said Kane's the GOAT, or Edge. I mean, these are all great wrestlers, but like John Cena, he's always in that upper echelon. He's always in the top 5 conversation. I just don't see why I'm wrong for that. You guys let me know down below who your WWE GOAT is, because mine is John Cena, as you already know. You know what? Let's keep it rolling with John Cena. So I actually posted last year, what is the best match of 2025? I don't really remember them offhand, but I want to say it was John versus Cody, John versus AJ, the WrestleMania Triple Threat between Io, Bianca, and Rhea, and then another match, I can't remember it. But anyways, there was a comment that just stuck out to me where it said, if John Cena is on this list, this is invalid, or something amongst those lines. What? It doesn't make any sense. John Cena vs. Cody Rhodes 2 is freaking amazing. John Cena vs. AJ Styles had literally people crying, and the whole audience was in the John Cena yellow t-shirt. You're just rage baiting, and you're an idiot. Next one. It's making me laugh already. This may be the craziest hot take of the whole freaking video here. The most steamiest. So I put up 5 random hot takes, and it was that I believe Eminem's the GOAT of rap. Now, if you don't think he's the GOAT of rap, okay. He should, by the bare minimum, and I mean bare minimum, be in your top 10. This mindless idiot, again, probably rage baiting. If you're rage baiting, bravo, brother, you won. But he said Eminem is not top 100. Now, gun to my head, yo, name 100 rappers better than Eminem, I'm dying. Off rip, I'm dying. I'm just saying, pull the trigger. There's nothing. There's no way you can think of 100 rappers that are better than this man. Lyrically, the GOAT transcends time. Let's move on to the next one. This one's getting me pissed off. To the 1v1 edits. So I made a 1v1 edits back in the day, and this one was Michonne versus Rosita, and it was basically who would win in a fight. And I had Rosita winning, not like very easily, but an extreme diff kind of situation. And one of the comments said straight cap. I mean, it was never confirmed but it was kind of confirmed that Rosita was like ex-military. Now we don't know if she 100% was, or if she was ex-military in the terms of being like a kind of like a hospital kind of worker, or like on the front line being in combat. But regardless, I believe that from what we've seen in the show, she's better hand-to-hand than Michonne. Now, obviously Michonne has her katana, yeah, she's gonna beat her, but I'm saying in a hand-to-hand without weapons, Rosita wins. With weapons, like let's say a knife versus her katana, Michonne's gonna win. But in a gunfight, she beats her. So I believe without weapons and in a gunfight, Rosita beats Michonne. How am I wrong? You guys let me know below, because I think, you know what, let's stick with the 1v1s here, but let's go to the MCU. So I had Spider-Man MCU, aka Tom Holland Spider-Man, versus Deadpool MCU in a fight, and basically I believe I did the fight, and I broke it into 2 little categories. I had 1 fight to the death, 1 knockout battle. I had Spider-Man winning the knockout battle, with his brute force and his strength. And to the death, I had Deadpool winning because it's basically impossible to kill him. That's kind of the whole gag with his character. And somebody in the comments said, Deadpool literally can't die. And obviously I have the image above my head. And it's like, why comment if you didn't finish the video? Because I literally just said that I broke down that one wins in this scenario and one wins in this scenario. Some people just don't have the attention span, and that's the problem with these younger folks and TikTok and all that mess. But I just want to throw that one on here too. That's just funny. Wow. I didn't know how many 1v1s I had picked out for this video, but I got another one that tugs at the heartstrings here. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns in a 1v1. And I don't remember exactly what the comment says, but basically Seth Rollins has never been the guy. Now I can flip it to you this way. John Cena versus Randy Orton. Who's the better professional wrestler? Randy Orton. 9 times out of 10 people are going to say that. Who do I prefer more? Randy Orton. Who do I prefer more out of Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns? I already said Seth Rollins. And I just don't believe the categories that Roman Reigns is better in than Seth Rollins makes him better, if that makes sense. He's a bigger draw, yes. The bigger name, yes. Sell at more arenas, yes. That's just where it ends for me, because Seth Rollins is just a better in-ring wrestler. He cuts a better promo, in my opinion. Roman Reigns does the same. His promos and his entrances and even his match structure is kind of annoying, because for his match structure, it's the same super slow match. 15-minute match, let's say. 11 minutes of it are slow, 4 minutes are fast-paced and usually have interference. Entrance, it's the same slow walk. He does this. He gets on the ring post, does this. He gets in the ring, does this. It's like Undertaker back in the way. Like, I love Undertaker, but like, I'm not watching the Undertaker's entrance, and I feel the same way about Roman Reigns. He's got more aura and all that, but I feel like as a professional wrestler, Seth Rollins stomps him. He may have never been the guy, but I mean, Roman Reigns was always picked to be the guy since 2012 when they formed the show. We all knew that Roman Reigns was going to be the big one. And it obviously helps him knowing his last name and knowing who his cousins are. So I mean, Seth Rollins is just better in my opinion. I'm sorry. Hey, comment below if you guys want to see me make a video on who is better in full death, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Let me know. This next one, I got a lot of heat for it. So I actually had a small little series. It was maybe 6 or 7 shorts long, where it was the Batman versus every single Spider-Man movie besides the animated ones with Miles Morales and whatnot. But I did my finale one was the last Spider-Man movie, which was Spider-Man No Way Home. Obviously before Brand New Day comes out in a few weeks, versus the Batman. And I had the Batman winning. Now, hear me out. These are my opinions on the movies. Which movie do I think is better from front to end? I think the Batman's better. Which movie did I enjoy more? No Way Home. Which movie will I watch a second time? No Way Home. Now, that may not make sense to you. Oh, how do you think this one's better then? Well, let me explain. I feel like for Tom Holland's trilogy, it relies a lot on other factors. No Way Home, you had Toby, you had Andrew, you know what I'm saying? You had all the iconic villains back. Far From Home, you got Jake Gyllenhaal putting on a tremendous performance in arguably one of the worst Spider-Man movies, because not much people like Far From Home, at least in my opinion. And I feel like his movies are, kind of carried by that other aspect. Meanwhile, I feel like the Batman, Robert Pattinson just puts on a hell of a performance, and it's all about him. Camera's on him. The cinematography is amazing. I do like the Riddler in that movie. There's just a lot of great stuff that I like about that movie that can make it better than No Way Home, in my opinion. But if you do like No Way Home, I'm not going to knock you for that. This next one's actually very funny. I genuinely can't tell if this one was rage raid or not, but I put up a poll months and months ago. What is your favorite sitcom? And one of my boys said, he said Pokemon. I'm just going to leave this there. This one, we're going to end it on a positive note here, even though I think the comment is false, but I do appreciate it. From one of my personal friends saying, Jay, this video is awesome. Talking about my first ever video, which was released a year ago today. And they were just saying it was awesome, and like, it is not good. It really isn't good. And if you guys want to see me reacting to my first video, please click this video above my head. With all that being said, again, I really can't appreciate you guys enough and thank you guys enough for everything you've done for me so far. And we're on the road to 1,000. It's been a bumpy and rough road. I've been stuck and stunted around 300 to 330 subscribers for like the past 2 or 3 months now. So hopefully you guys could spread the word and let people know that your boy makes videos on basically anything, but more so, as you see with the logo, WWE and Dragon Ball. And I hope you guys enjoyed the freaking video, man. Love you guys. Peace out.